George Pickens is not a number one receiver. Welcome back to Victory Vibes Podcast. I'm Leroy Jr. I'm with my boy 2-3 Drese. We are the best podcast hosts out of Philly. Y'all know the vibes. 2-3 in the building, in the place to be. We got Pro Football Focus taking our topics. We starting conversation on the web.
What?
We are the biggest up and coming podcast. Y'all niggas just don't know yet.
What?
Y'all don't know yet, but y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn.
What you mean stealing? Who out here stealing?
Pro Football Focus, baby. I said AJ Brown was the number one receiver in our start cut bench, and now that's all the chatter on the internet. On Twitter, on Instagram, everybody talking about AJ Brown, number one receiver. You heard it here first. I was the first person to say that shit.
Right, we definitely did talk about that last week, and I've been seeing like so many videos since. I'm like, what is they like? They watching? That's what they doing.
They watching, bro.
It's funny, bro. Like everybody agreeing to what you too. I said I'll take Jamar Chase first and then him too, but everybody's saying, look at the numbers. AJ Brown is that. He is that.
He dead. I watch him. I watch him, and I watch Joe Budden. And Joe Budden says a lot of big time creators steal from smaller creators as far as in topics when they producer ain't doing their job. Maybe you need to hire some people like us to do their job to come up with these compelling topics. They might just have to, you know what I'm saying, put us on a payroll. Right. We'll give you all the topics what the streets want to hear, man. What the streets want to hear, we the voice of the people. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll be saying that a lot of top creators take from smaller creators.
So you really think they saw that shit and it was like, oh,
they saw it.
We need to discuss this.
I think they saw it only because you had such a big following, bro. Like it's a lot of like famous people, NFL players, celebrities, and stuff like that follow you. You built your following over years. With you closing in on 100K, bro, they see what you talking about, bro. So when you have topics and takes and stuff like that, and we collab posts on our social media, bro, they see it, bro. They see it. They see what's going on. They may not like it or share it, nothing like that, but that's good.
We could talk about that, huh?
We could talk about that, bro. We could talk about that. Yeah, bro. Probably over 10,000 people done seen it. Then you get on Twitter and all the other social media platforms like TikTok and stuff like that. They see what's going on, man. They see what the streets is talking about.
Right. So what we going to put out today that they can steal? Let's keep putting out that good shit so they can steal it. I like it.
Okay, we got a bunch of topics for y'all today, man. What you want to start with? Do you want to start with we seen Saquon Barkley talk about he think that 2024, 2025 Philadelphia Eagles is the greatest team of all time.
They said top 5.
He said top 5. I say the greatest, but we can say top 5.
Yeah, he said top 5 team of all time. I mean,
okay.
We
what you think on that take?
Honestly, what I can say is that's the greatest Eagles I ever watched play. Like the greatest Eagles team I ever seen play. And if they lost, we definitely would have cooked the Super Bowl team in 2017. This team right here would cook the 2017 team. Also, shit like
you think so?
Yes, they would cook that team. That team was just like. I don't think they was even the best team in the playoffs. It was just like they had the best bond. I feel like that was like a fucking bonded team that came together and everything worked out perfectly. But this shit is like a bunch of dogs. Like you can't go wrong. Like damn near 2,000, damn near 2 different receivers at 1,000 yards. Devontae Smith is a little bit short, but he missed some games. So if he didn't miss some games, he would have got 1,000 yards for sure. You got a 2,000 yard rusher. You got one of the biggest and best O lines. You got a quarterback can handle anything. Then you got the defense, a bunch of dogs. Like that definitely was like the best Eagles team I ever saw play. But we talk about all time teams. I can't speak on it because I haven't seen I never watched the undefeated Bears that never lost a game and won a Super Bowl. I never saw them play. Like I never watched their games. I don't know how good they actually were. So to say like the greatest of all time, I can't answer that question. But the teams I saw play, where they had top 5 team of all time, yeah, all the teams I've seen play, I can say that. Yeah.
Okay, so let me give you a list of what website was this? Superproof with 10.com. They have a top 10 ranking. The top 10 rankings of teams is number 10, the 1992 Dallas Cowboys. Number 9, I didn't watch them either. I was 2 years old. Number 9, the 1994 San Francisco 49ers.
Didn't watch them.
Number 8, the 1999 St. Louis Rams.
I didn't really watch them either, no. The greatest show on turf.
I got them in my top 5. I didn't watch it, but that was when I first started my football journey. Number 7, the 1991 Washington Redskins.
Didn't watch
Number
them.
6, the 1962 Green Bay Packers.
Didn't watch them.
Number 5, 1978 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Didn't watch them.
Number 4, the 1984 San Francisco 49ers.
Didn't watch them.
The number 3, the 2007 New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, the 1985 Chicago Bears.
I didn't watch them. That's all we're just talking about.
And number 1, the 1972 Miami Dolphins. Now, my take on it is I don't want to hear about top teams of all time if it's before 1990.
That's why I say I can't say all time because I haven't watched all time. Like a person that watch all time, that watch all them teams play, they could probably get an answer better than me. But like in my time, would they be top? Like I wouldn't put none of them teams in my time except for the Patriots because that's the only one I watch. You know what I mean? Like the rest of I didn't watch those teams. Like that wasn't something I saw, so I can't admit to, like highlights is different than watching like throughout the season, the ups and downs, and when things went bad, how did it respond? Like that's a different thing than just watching the highlights or looking at the stats. So I can't really say off of that. Like the greatest teams I've seen was like Peyton Manning with Reggie Wayne and Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison on the same team, and then they could run the ball. The only they weakness was like a little bit of defense, but they overcame that and won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like that was like the teams I saw play. Of course, we've seen Tom Brady play over the years, being great with a great defense and able to like Tom Brady did with like the offense wasn't as good. And I mean, he won Super Bowls with a great defense and not so good offense. But that's why I feel like Eagles is like so well rounded. You could go anywhere, offense, defense. Fucking secondary linebackers, D-line, running backs, receivers. Like the weakness was like hard to find. You know what I mean? Right. These other teams, like I said, like the Peyton Manning team with great offense, but that defense wasn't that strong. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or you got Tom Brady. It was times where he had the best defense, but the offense wasn't that strong. He just did it with whatever he had. So that's why I put them as like top 5 as teams I ever saw.
One of the teams that I will have in my top 5 was the Legion of Boom. I can't remember what year that was when they blew out the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of my top teams in the top 5 too, with Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Percy Harvin, Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch. That team was crazy.
Right.
And then even on that team, the offensive line wasn't all that good. You feel what I'm saying? Where it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, it's like people underestimate our offensive line. Like our offensive line was the best in the league. Like,
and then when you compare those teams, like just all right, the defense. So if you look at the numbers wise, the defense literally was similar. Like it was damn near the same. Like it was compared to this year, like time and time again. Because a lot of times people's like that Seattle defense was like the best defense, but then you look at the numbers, it literally was like damn near equal. But just go to the offensive side of the ball, like offense is better than that offense.
It was.
So I think the Eagles was over that team just because the number of weapons on the offense. You really could go anywhere and pick your poison. And another thing is like the games they've lost was to the Bucks. They had 3 fucking Pro Bowlers that didn't play on offense. So and it was beginning of the season. They didn't really have identity yet. They lost that game. They lost 2 games off a catch, and I lost another game because the quarterback got hurt in the first quarter. Like they haven't lost a game when like they all played. Like they haven't lost a game when AJ, Devontae Smith, Saquon, and Jalen played together. That hasn't happened yet. We haven't seen them lose a game when they all played together. So that is crazy to me. When they at that like the full strength, of course you can't expect that to always happen, but it's crazy. They haven't lost a game playing together.
Right, that's wild. They're definitely for sure all decade team to me. If you want to go, 2020 to now. I mean, of course, we haven't finished this decade yet, but I don't see a team being much better than what we were. Before we started rolling, we had a conversation about who do you think was better, the 2017 team or the 2024 team.
I feel like even if they didn't win the Super Bowl this year, they are a better team because it's just like and I'm not going to say because like a lot of people like, oh, they had to make a super team. Beginning of the season, they talked about every single weakness. That it just like it's just that they played so good. Like fucking Bond, he wasn't even a starter last year for the Saints. He was doing special teams, coming in and doing plays, and then he's all pro. Like it's just the way that shit worked out. So when people like after the fact, they like, oh, they was a super team. They built a super team. Y'all didn't say that before. Y'all said, oh,
Right.
they don't got no linebackers. Oh, they ain't got nobody in the secondary. Like
Right.
that's what it
What's
was
the rookie
before. They got a
Quinyon
rookie.
Mitchell going to do?
They got a rookie and a guy that's too old. Like that was the talk
Right. Right.
before. Then you got Jalen Hurts. He can't throw the ball. And then you got what I mean. Then you got a diva at receiver. He just gonna cry for the ball all day. Oh, that was a waste of money on Saquon Barkley. You shouldn't pay him that
Yeah.
much money. Like all that was the talk before. So when people say like super team now, you wasn't saying that before. It's just that they came together and it worked so perfectly, and they just a bunch of dogs. And that's what the 2017 was a bunch of people that came together, but there ain't that many dogs. It's not that many
Mhm.
dogs in that team. It was just a team. Like there was a definition of team of people that came together and fit five fingers fit in the glove perfectly. That's what they were, and it all turned out. I mean, in a good way. But this is a bunch of dogs that fit perfectly. So I
Right.
feel like
What's
this
that joint
team
that
is
Thanos
better.
had? The glove with all the junk. Yeah, that's what we had last year, man. We
Yeah, it
figured
was
out the
just
glove,
like,
man.
damn.
We snapped our goddamn finger on these niggas, man.
Like
We snapped the
they ain't
finger
had 2017. They ain't had no 2,000 yard rusher. They had
at all.
they had Blunt. I mean, he get a short yarders. They had Jay Ajayi. I mean, he break a few, but he can never break it the whole way. He always get caught.
Right. Right.
It was
It was
like running back
wobbly. Yeah.
by running back by committee. You had your wide like Zach Ertz was and Alshon Jeffries is like splitting. You never know who gonna have more yards out of them two, but it wasn't just like damn, you go anywhere for real, for real. And Jahan Dotson didn't get as much balls. He didn't get as many catches coming his way, but a lot of people don't know Jahan Dotson like that, man. I watched him play in Penn State, and
Yeah, he's a
oh,
beast.
he
He's
just didn't get a
definitely
lot.
a
He just
beast.
didn't get a lot of passes coming his way, but a lot of people underestimate that. But he a dog himself too.
Right. Right. So I do have the 2024 Eagles as a top 5 team all time. We could debate about it, man. Let us know what y'all think. We
And the
gave
best
you our
Eagles team you
voice,
ever saw.
and the best Eagles team of all time. Yeah, it's
Facts.
the best. I don't think we
Say
had
you
the best
saw.
offensive line.
Say you saw.
Hmm?
Say you saw the best Eagles team you ever saw.
That's the best Eagles team I ever saw.
Yeah, but you said all time. Like you don't know about 1962. You ain't watch the motherfuckers.
I think that I disqualified them because the rules not even the same anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but people always be
It's
like the
just like
all time. Like I don't know all time. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't fucking know. I
I say
ain't.
the same thing with basketball. I don't want to hear nothing about George Mikan and all those players back then. They didn't even know what a crossover was. You feel what I'm saying? They didn't know
Yeah,
what a 360 dunk was. They didn't know what a Euro step was. The game is always going to be evolved and better at the time that it is in the future. I don't want
my
to hear stuff about Jerry West who only could dribble with one hand. Don't put him in your all-time point guards because he would get cooked by average point guard in today's game. It's just not the same. So I don't want to hear nothing before 1990. That's all out the way for me.
and like I said, man, I don't like the talk about a team I never seen face adversity. Like I didn't watch you on a daily basis, and when shit ain't going your way, how you respond. I feel like that makes a great team too. Like if
Yeah.
fucking yeah, you know what I mean. Like I haven't seen watch a player fucking drop 3 passes and how they respond at the end of the game, or I don't know, more so basketball. Like you know, a lot of times like people say the Jordan shit. I didn't watch much of Jordan. I watched the more so end of his career because he older,
Mhm.
but I really don't know. And I seen, I seen this clip right, and it said like a lot of Jordan stats are wrong.
Mm.
It would say he had like 8 steals, and people rewatch the game. He only had like 4 steals, and back then
Yeah.
like back then it wasn't like as shit happened, you could see it as it happened. So like people was patting his stats to make it look better.
Yeah, I probably seen the same clip that you're talking about, to where somebody else get a
Dog.
steal and they give it to him, or it's a team rebound. Like at the
Yeah,
end of the game,
it's
and they
just
give
give it
it
to
to
Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah, just put it on Jordan stats.
So like back then, people was patting stats, and I never seen how they responded to like certain things. So I'm like, man, I know what I've seen in person. And sometimes like even like the stats don't even mean nothing. It's more so of like what happened when man you know what I mean? When shit wasn't going right and how you responded with you and your team, what did you do? That draws me to you. Like a player I always liked from college is Baker Mayfield. A lot of people don't like him and all that shit. And I was stuck by his side for a long time. I even had like a little brown shirt with Baker Mayfield when he got drafted because I watched Baker Mayfield overcome being a walk-on twice and being balling at both schools and then being the number one pick when that nigga didn't even have a chance to play in college. You know what I mean? So I always liked him because I seen him face adversity, overcome that shit, make his team way better than when he got there. Like, look at what we doing with the Bucks. He making Bucks contenders right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and that nigga been
Right.
counting out so many times, and I like that's it. Like shit, I like to watch. Like I seen him get cut out so many times. It's crazy. He overcome it. So I'm like, damn, I'll take that over. Then I look at somebody fucking stats and they say like, damn. I don't know what this nigga did when shit got rough. He probably folded.
Facts. And we dealt with a lot of adversity. I mean, you got the AJ Brown with the book on the sideline, the loss to Atlanta when Saquon dropped the
No,
ball.
that book shit was made up by the media because he was doing that shit when they was winning. They just made it.
Right. But it's still adversity, them even making it
Yeah.
up and trying to, separate our team, try to have everybody on against everybody and stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, like we blocked out all the outside noise and kept it rolling and kept putting belt to ass all year. So yeah. Next topic, we got Shedeur Sanders contract. Will he be a Brown this year? What do you think?
Honestly, I hope not. I honestly hope not.
Thing.
I mean, I said this last week. I hope he get like some way, somehow he get to like if I could choose a team that he play for is Jacksonville. But I don't think nobody's taking on dumbass Trevor Lawrence contract because he can't pay all his money. But they waste some money over there on Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville, and I feel like they would build a crazy culture having Shedeur and Travis Hunter over there fucking bobbing out. They're gonna have sold out games. They got a new stadium coming. That shit's like the perfect situation to have. But also like the Saints need a quarterback. They ain't got no quarterback over there, man. We see what fucking Riddler, what's his name? Riddler, whatever they got over there.
Riddler.
Yeah, we seen what he did. I was so happy they was talking about Eagles drafted him at one point. I was so happy they didn't.
Right, for real.
He trashed, and then they drafted a 28-year-old college player that's trash, missing wide open people at the combine. Like, if you missing wide open people in drills, like, how can you be an NFL quarterback? Like, you should be able to do
crazy.
that.
I just actually edited a video where Asante Samuel said that Travis Hunter could have a bust year because of their quarterback situation. And he pulled up highlights of Trevor Lawrence missing wide open people in practice with no defenders. Exactly, and he said that's uncommon in the NFL being a professional quarterback. He said
that's like missing a layup in layup line.
with no defenses. He said he only seen Tom Brady do it twice in the 5 years that he played with him. He only seen him do it twice, and Bill Belichick raised hell for him missing quarterbacks. It's like, this is not how we practice. There is no defense on the field, bro. It's just like
pressure. You just
no pressure, nothing. And he missed what's the wide receiver name? I think it's Brian Thomas.
Yeah,
and then he missed Travis Hunter in back-to-back plays. And that he's saying basically that's going to be a problem when it comes to Travis Hunter getting his stats and maybe winning Offensive Rookie of the Year because he don't got no quarterback.
Right. And it's crazy they pay him so much money. He like a top 3, top 5 paid quarterback right now. So I don't think there's nobody like that desperate to take on his contract for him to be able to move him unless they like move him with taking a loss. Like, fucking, we'll pay it and y'all can have them. That's the only way. Like, we'll eat it, but we need to make a move. But I would love to see Shedeur over there and Jacksonville with him. And then also, like I said, the Saints, like, Saints ain't about to do nothing, man. They need a quarterback as well. Over there again, Chris Olave wasting him. He had a nice ass receiver.
Yeah, bro. And they still got Alvin Kamara. They got a defensive offense. They got a good offensive line. They got Kellen Moore. It's like, why wouldn't you? But a lot of people, they said, like, it came out that Pittsburgh Steelers didn't have Shedeur on their draft board at all. Like, even if he fell to the 7th round, they wouldn't have drafted him. So a lot of people had Shedeur like pretty low. My team that I was hoping that he went to was the Pittsburgh Steelers because I think that Mike Tomlin needs a quarterback. He been going to the playoffs all these years and just getting his ass kicked the first game because he don't have no quarterback after Ben Roethlisberger retired. And I just want to see Mike Tomlin have success, man. So it's pretty hard when you're in the middle of that pack and you're not bad enough to pick a quarterback, but you're not good enough to make a run at the Super Bowl. So, but they did sign him to a 4-year contract. It was a big contract for a 5th-round pick.
You know what's crazy? He took a pay cut to go to NFL.
Yeah,
he took a pay cut to go to NFL, man. That's the crazy thing about NIL, right, man? They value them more in college than they do in NFL.
Yeah, that's going to change the rookie pay scale because a lot of WNBA players do that right now. So where it's like, I'll go back to school. I'm making more money. I'm not going to make much money in WNBA, so I'm gonna just play at school as long as I can. But shit, man. But he is signed with the Browns now this year.
So
do you know their receivers? Receiver room?
Shiloh got signed too as an undrafted free agent. He got signed to the Bucks. Yep.
You gonna go see him play?
Yeah, Eagles play here, of course. I'll be there September 28th.
I'll be there. Shiloh.
Yeah, hopefully
Shiloh.
And it's crazy. They just did like the rookie thing with the Fanatics and all the content. Who they did the content with?
Shador.
All the content was him, like, and I just see people in the comments hating to him. Oh yeah, there's all this coverage for a 5th-round pick. He shouldn't have been a 5th-round pick.
He shouldn't have been.
Honestly,
that's what I said. I said even if y'all didn't have him that high far as in performance, it's a business. It's a sports business. You're gonna sell jerseys. You're gonna sell tickets. You're gonna sell all type of stuff that surrounds him. The whole Sanders brand, bro. Like. You might have sold out games in Cleveland. That's unheard of. You feel what I'm saying? You want the away games. It's kind of similar to what Caitlin Clark did for the WNBA. I look up WNBA tickets. They're usually like $10 to $17. But when Caitlin Clark comes to town, they're $92, $120. That's the business of it. That's what you draft them for the business. Right. So obviously it's a conspiracy against Shador, man. But
dog, I see so much. Yo, the hate comments is crazy. I'm like, what? You don't even know this man. Like, you hate him like he stole your girl or something. Like, people be hating him. It's crazy,
yeah, man. And most of the time, be people with no profile, with a cartoon picture and a private profile. That's just spewing hate. It's spewing hate. But in other news, the Tush Push has not been banned. Let's go. Another year of pushing you little boys over. Another 10 touchdown season for Jalen Hurts. What was you about to say?
I didn't care if it got. It was at the point where I didn't care if it get banned or not. I'm like, dog, we still going to convert 4th short. Like without, it's so many times where it's not even touching him on the push. Like he still get that shit on his own. Like I had no doubt in my mind. He still convert 4th downs no matter, even if it's given to Saquon, even if he sneak it without a push. Like it didn't matter to me. Like I was kind of like, I hope they do it so it can shut people up. They like, what you gonna say now? We still converting 4th and 1. Now what? Like, I was at that point, but now it's even funnier because like that shit didn't get banned, and then the vote was 22-10, and the people who brought up the ban, we beat them in the playoffs 22-10. So like that shit is like. Slap in the face, dickhead.
Right. Like, when we played them this year, the first place just be a tush push, just cause.
A whole drive. It's crazy, right? So I saw on New Heights podcast with with Jason Kelsey, and he was like, they gonna ask me to come up there and ask me questions about it. He's like, a lot of people, the speculation was he retired because he couldn't do the tush push no more. Like it was taking a toll on his body. And Jason Kelsey is like, yo, honestly, if I could do the tush push, only the tush push for 80 plays, I would still be playing. He's like, actually take the less toll and then like me fucking pass blocking or picking up blocks on runs and stuff like that. He said tush, but I just got a quick little push and we in there.
Right.
He's like, shit, if I did 80 tush pushes in a row, I'll be cool. I wouldn't be retired. So I was like,
right.
Everybody trying to blame something. Oh, Kelsey, he actually retired because of tush. No, y'all just can't stop it. So y'all want to find a way to stop it.
Right, just making up stuff. Talking about, I heard somebody say that the injuries, and it's never been an injury on the tush push play. It's like if you go on to ban the tush push, then you got to ban the QB sneak too, because that's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They made up the tush push name, but it's really just a QB sneak.
For
Every
real.
team do it, but not every team converts it like we do because they don't
Yo,
got
I saw a clip of like every single time that Jalen Hurts scored without a touch push. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. Like without somebody touch him, and all the times he scored, like people just think the only way they could score is if somebody y'all not watching. Because there's been so many
right,
more times where nobody even touch him, he just scored on his own. Even Kenny Pickett scored on a touch push with broken ribs and nobody touched him. Like he literally pushed on his own. They just think
right,
it's like, oh, somebody's carrying him in the end zone. That's not really happening for real. For real. At the time, we already in
exactly,
there.
exactly. Y'all can't stop it, so we gonna tush
And
push our way.
it was a time where I was actually at this game in the playoffs, and Green Bay did it with the tight end at quarterback, and they had the whole team. He got like 10 yards off that play, and the whole team was like pushing him down the field. I'm like, that's really a tush push right there. They had the tight end with the ball.
Right,
They pushed
right,
him down
right,
the
right.
field 10 yards. I remember that shit. I was there.
I'm just looking up this coach
Yo,
history.
did you see Brian? Did you see Brian Johnson? What he said, the Bears' new head coach, the old Alliance offensive coordinator, what he said today?
No, I haven't.
So they asked him about the tush push. He's like, have you ever seen an explosive play on a tush push? He's like, no, only first downs or touchdowns. He's like, I'm more of a big play explosive guy. I'm just thinking like, you sound dumb as hell. So a big play, explosive play is better than a fucking touchdown. Like, and that's the goal of football, scoring touchdowns. Like that
Scoring
don't make no
touchdown.
sense. I'm like, that's how dumb you sound. Like you said, I don't like the tush push because I like explosive plays. Boy, literally the reporter said it's a touchdown or a first down anytime, every time.
That's what it's supposed to play. A touchdown.
I'm gonna show you that
Man,
right there. I don't know.
Does it become an explosive play ever?
Wait.
Man, I tell you what, does it become an explosive play ever? Have you ever seen a tush push become an explosive play?
Does it become a first down or a touchdown?
Yeah. I like explosive play. I like big plays. So I'm not a big tush push guy myself.
What? I like big plays.
Touchdown not a big play.
That makes no sense. So I rather have a 50-yard catch than a 1-yard touchdown. That don't make no sense.
None whatsoever.
And that's your new coach. Good luck, Bears. That's your new coach.
Good luck, Chicago.
That's your new coach. He'd rather have explosive plays than touchdowns or first downs.
Good luck. Good luck. That's why they bad now. They don't know what they're doing over there. But on to other news. Nick Sirianni gets a contract extension. Nick Sirianni has the second most wins in his first 4 seasons, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl win. How do you feel about Nick Sirianni's new contract?
Dang, he deserved it. A lot of people take it for granted. They tried to put him in the hot seat last year, including you.
Yeah, I did.
And it's crazy because like Nick Sirianni worst season is a wild card loss. That's some people best season. That's some coaches never even got a chance to make it to playoffs. His worst season was a wild card loss, so he went to the playoffs every single year. He's been in 2 Super Bowls out of 4 years. It's literally franchises that never been to the Super Bowl yet, and they've been around for 50 plus years. So man, get this man some credit. And everybody try to make it's crazy because when somebody actually do something, they always make a reason why they did it. Like, oh, he only did it because of this. Oh, he only did it. Get that man some fucking credit. Like, he inherited a fucking 4-win team. Nobody expecting him to go there, go to like take that team to the Super Bowl eventually. Even this past year, like it was 2-2. I seen what's the guy name? Nick Wright.
Yeah.
When he was 2-2. I really just saw this clip today that reminded me he said that. But it was 2-2. He said somebody asked him, I forgot who it was. They asked him about, is this a Super Bowl contending team? He said, Super Bowl, that's not even a playoff team. So they're not even giving them credit when like it don't seem like it's going right. But then when it does go right and they actually do win the Super Bowl, oh, they only did it because of this. You just said they wasn't gonna make the playoffs, but now they only did it because they got the best team. Like, make up your mind.
Yeah, sports analysts, most of the time Nick Wright be wrong. He always he's like a hot take type of guy, so he tries to say the hot take. A lot of people had him like he said that he should have been fired, based off his going back to his first press conference interview. I remember that where a lot of people didn't like it. And how you going to fire a coach that makes it to the playoffs every year?
They said the same thing about what you call his first conference. He's like, I'm biting kneecaps and all that stuff. Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Now everybody loves Dan Campbell. It's crazy. They love Dan Campbell more than they love Nick Sirianni, and Dan Campbell ain't
the same style.
But he ain't go to the Super Bowl. I mean, I went to 2. He went to 2 and won 1. Like he ain't go to the Super Bowl. But
that's one thing that I don't
love him more.
That's one thing that I don't like about some analysts is that when we're losing or it's not looking so good, it's Nick Sirianni's fault. But when we're winning, it's because he has a super team. It's not. Yeah. He has nothing. He has nothing to do with the way they're winning. The team is carrying Nick Sirianni and
Jalen Hurts. They carry Jalen Hurts too.
Yeah, but when we lose, it's their fault. Another thing that needs to be talked. Another thing that needs to be talked about is Nick Sirianni's coaching tree. He has a extensive coaching tree of his coordinators being hired as head coaches now. I know that's a big thing. I know Andy Reid and Bill Belichick got one of the biggest coaching trees. They get a lot of head coaching jobs. Like if you look at just Kellen Moore, he got hired for the Saints head coaching position. 2 years ago, who was it that got hired for the Colts?
Yes, I don't know how to say your name.
Yeah, but he's starting to build. He's starting to build a hell of a coaching tree as far as getting guys.
And then what's going Jonathan Gannon too.
Yep, Jonathan Gannon, Arizona. Yep, in Arizona. His coaching tree is starting to become extensive, like one of the greats, and Andy Reid and Bill Belichick. So,
and that's another thing. That's another thing he overcome. Like he overcome losing offensive corners every single year.
Every year,
people don't understand how valuable that is. Like the pay calling, how crazy it is. Just like getting a whole new set. You gotta like change everything up because they like the team you gotta go against so you can't do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like you gotta install a whole new offense. People don't even understand how difficult that is to even overcome that. And they always say Jalen Hurts just a system quarterback. What system? Like what is system? Because it changed every single time.
Coordinator every year of his career.
Exactly, like
every year, whether they get fired or hired somewhere else. So, shout out to Nick, man. It's well deserved. Getting that coaching extension. I'm excited to see what the future holds. I think he got another Super Bowl in him within the next 3 years.
He can go to the playoffs like every year as he coach.
Yeah, every year Super Bowl.
Shit, and people don't like. Honestly, as Eagles fans, we've been spoiled since Nick Sirianni been coach. Like, honestly, like every year we went to the playoffs. The first year it took us like the last week to make the playoffs. But since then, that Super Bowl year, where we went like 12-1 or something like that at first. Then we like lost some games at the end. Then we had a 10-game winning streak. We started off 10-1 again, and then last year we was 2-2, but then won like the last 14 out of 15 games. Like that's not normal. We like
that's not,
in the NFL, that's not normal. We've been so like spoiled of how much winning we've been doing like in a row. Like next year, please don't panic. Like if we don't like doing that same thing, because it's unreal to do it 3 years in a row, but 4 years in a row, I don't expect to like have a 10-game winning streak again. So don't be afraid, Eagles fans, if like we start off like 4-10 or some shit like that, man. We still gonna have a good team, but we've been spoiled. Honestly, we've been spoiled.
Definitely been spoiled. Definitely, but I'm here for it though. I believe in them, man.
Facts.
However we start. In other news, Joe Douglas returns to Philly as a scout. Joe Douglas was a part of the front office that won the Super Bowl in 2017. What was he when he was with us in 2017? It wasn't I think it was the head of player personnel or something like that. But he returns to Philly as a scout. How do you feel about Joe Douglas returning to Philly?
I mean, we good for him. He can come back to the winning side. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, you left a losing organization. I mean, you had more power over there, but Come back to the winning side, man. You
I'm
lucky.
not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about Joe Douglas returning, because if he was ahead of the player personnel and the scouting board after 2017, it was a lot of busted picks during that regime. You talk about the Nelson Aguilar pick, the Derek Barnett pick. A lot of those picks was known as Joe Douglas' picks, and they didn't turn out well. So,
I mean, after getting Jalen Reagor, Nelson Aguilar wasn't that bad. Like,
he was.
I'm thankful. Like after Jalen Reagor, I'm thankful to have Nelson Aguilar because he was actually balling the Super Bowl year. He was balling that year. Like it was times where he take a small slant and take that shit to the crib. He make a couple of people miss. Like Jalen Reagor didn't give us none of that. Like we thought because Nelson Aguilar he dropped some like contested passes, but I mean with the ball got in his hand, he made something happen. Jalen Reagor was neither. he get the ball in his hand. He was lost. He didn't know what to do.
He wasn't anything, bro. He wasn't anything. Like Nelson Aguilar had speed. Like you said, he get the ball in his hands, and he had that one big catch against Arizona when he did the spin and then fell into the end zone. Like G-Jack.
Like, he just get the ball in his hand. He's gonna make something happen.
Fake handoffs. Yeah, he take the fake handoffs and up the sideline against Minnesota in the playoffs. He had a lot of big plays, man. The only thing with Nelson Aguilar was early in his career, his hands. He used to drop passes. Yeah, he used to get open. Yeah, he used to get open and he had speed. But I'm not sure how I feel about Joe Douglas. I hope that Howie Roseman continues to do what he do as far as in controlling the draft and picking players, because this last few years, man, has been unprecedented in the draft picks, from Devontae Smith to Jalen Carter to Quinyon Mitchell to Cooper DeJean. Like, we've been killing it in the draft, and I don't want him to disrupt none of that shit. Don't disrupt none of that. Let them do what they're doing. Maybe you should learn from them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? How to assess players and stuff like that. So, shout out to Joe, man. He back in Philly. We'll see what he got going on, man. See what he can add to the championship team. Any other topics? That's all I had for notes.
For real? We was talking about which kind of you said what George Pickens was overrated.
Oh, we could talk about that. He's an overrated pickup. George Pickens is an overrated pickup. I don't see the hype. He's a number 2 receiver at best. Yeah, he make a couple of splash plays and stuff like that. But bro, he had 1,000-yard year when he had 1,200 yards. That is his fault. I done seen plenty of wide receivers. I had seen plenty of wide receivers that didn't have no quarterback still get busy. And he's a headache. And
miss games. Like, he missed games and still don't got nobody throwing the ball. Like you just said, they ain't have a quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger. You said that. Go back. You said that.
So like, that don't mean that you still can't be productive.
You just
I think
okay.
And then you also I think it's plenty of quarterbacks.
What Asante you just say? What Asante just said? I think Travis Hunter gonna have a bust year because he got nobody throwing the ball. Come on, man.
That was his take. That wasn't my take.
Come on, man.
I think you still get busy. Odell Beckham never had a quarterback. He still got busy. DeAndre Hopkins never had a quarterback. He still got busy.
Come on.
Amari Cooper before he went to Dallas. Come on.
Wait. What you mean? You said Odell never had a quarterback?
What quarterback he had?
Eli Manning. What are you talking about?
Eli Manning wasn't all that, bro.
But Eli Manning was average, he still threw for a lot of yards. Like, he still like what are you talking about? He won 2 Super Bowls and he threw for a lot of yards.
But that's my point exactly, is that you could, even if you have an average quarterback, which Eli was, you can still get your yards. You can still put up production. He's a number 2 receiver. He's not a number 1 receiver, bro. Man. George Pickens is not a number 1 receiver. He hasn't shown me nothing that says Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins in his prime, Julio Jones, AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Justin Jefferson, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. The list goes on. Where do you rank him? He not top 10 or not top 5 to 15. So he like top 27 or something like that.
Brian Thomas, he top 10.
Brian Thomas had 1,300 yards without a good quarterback. That's my point exactly.
But come on, man, they threw the ball heavy. Steelers didn't throw the ball heavy.
Man,
all they
where
did
do
was
you
throw the
rank him?
ball.
Where do you rank him?
I ain't gonna say he top 20. He nice. Like
Not top 20, bro.
I guarantee, like you talking about if he had a quarterback, I guarantee. Look at all right. Perfect example. Not having a quarterback. Fuck did Tyreek Hill do last year? The fuck did he do last year? Nothing. He had fucking like probably not even 800 yards. He probably like 700 yards last year because they had nobody throwing the ball. He had games like 2 catches and 13 yards because nobody could throw him the ball. They ain't had fucking Tua playing. Like same shit that he went through. So like Tyreek Hill not a number one receiver.
Yo, he is a number one receiver because he's proven to put up numbers. He's proven to put up numbers
when he had a quarterback. when Tua played, when Patrick Mahomes played, but when a fucking you put in anybody in the game that can't throw for some fucking yards.
I'm gonna name some receivers, and you let me know who George Pickens is better than. Now, if I get to 30 receivers, then he's not a top receiver. Okay. You got Jamar Chase.
He's not about to get to 30 receivers.
We might because he ain't that good. We got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Amon St. Brown.
Better than Drake London.
He's not better than Drake London, bro. And Drake London didn't have a quarterback. That's my point exactly.
Kirk Cousins is the fucking quarterback statter. Like he the fucking stat patter.
You got a point there. Okay.
What are you talking
Drake
about?
London is better than George Pickens. I'm taking Drake London. If I had to pick,
I'm taking George Pickens.
Okay. Or we're not gonna say Drake London. Amon St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Devontae Adams, Calvin Ridley.
Yes. Yes. He better than Calvin Ridley. Yes. Calvin Ridley sit his ass down somewhere.
Mess my head up.
You out here like Cam Ward, Calvin Ridley the best receiver in the NFL. No, he's not. No, he's not. Out here talking like Cam Ward because he getting drafted to the Titans.
He ain't the best, but he's a bona fide number one, which George Pickens is not.
Fuck. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you that. Let's say not Calvin Ridley.
No.
Mike Evans, DK Metcalf. This is why they got rid of him, because they got DK Metcalf. Terry McLaurin. Where I'm at like 10 already. I'm just naming them.
All right, and he better than 2 that you said.
I gotta go to the next page. I gotta go to
you said he better than 2.
Devontae Smith, Puka Nacua, T. Higgins.
Yeah, T. Higgins is my favorite receiver in his draft class.
Jaden Waddle. He's not better. He's not better than Jaden Waddle, bro. Tyreek Hill.
You want to talk about Jaden Waddle? Look at his numbers. You want to talk about numbers shit? Fucking Pickens' numbers better than his.
Let me see. Let me look at Jaden Waddle's stats.
No, don't go to that. Keep going down your list. It's close with Jaden Waddle though.
Okay.
It's close.
DJ Moore.
I'm biased because he's from Philly.
You don't have to be biased, bro. He's better than him. It's okay.
I'm from Philly. I'm biased.
Cooper Kupp. I'm not sure about Cooper Kupp because he's been banged up the past couple of years. But Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I take him over Cooper Kupp.
Debo been banged up too.
Take him over. He's definitely better than Debo.
Yeah,
Debo over. One man, Gardner Johnson said he a fucking running back.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins. Is
yes,
old.
He over him.
He's old.
Right, at this moment.
DeAndre Hopkins.
All right, he over him right this moment.
Who else we got? Amari Cooper.
Over him at this moment. Yeah, you talking about right now.
Stephon Diggs.
Over him at this moment.
Not at this moment. I'm taking Stephon Diggs coming off an injury.
At this moment, I'm taking George Pickens over him.
Let me see. I think that's about it as far as the number ones. And the rest is number twos. He belonged in the number 2 bracket.
Yeah.
The number 2 bracket, not number 1. Brandon Ayuk.
He better than him right in this moment. Fuck Ayuk.
No, he's not, bro. I can't stand the 49ers. So I'm taking Brandon Ayuk, bro.
What he about to do next year? He ain't about to do shit. Gave Brock Purdy all that money. They ain't gonna do shit.
I mean, we gotta say he's coming off an injury.
Yeah,
that's why
I'll take him over him.
That's 15 receivers. That's better than bro. That's not including the three.
That's not. You said 30. That's not 30.
That's number 2. But after 15, you're not top 15. You become a number 2 receiver, bro. He's a number 2 receiver. He is not a number 1, bro. And we gonna see that.
He a legit number 2. Shit, he could be number 1. He could be number 1 on a lot of teams.
He'll be if he played on the Eagles, he'll be a slot receiver.
Okay.
And I don't know if he'll probably play over Jahan Dotson. He'll have to battle for that. He'll have to battle for that spot.
Yo, you is high if you think
he'll have to battle for that spot for Jahan Dotson.
Yo, you think he the same?
These are numbers.
You think he the same level as Jahan Dotson? Come on, man. Y'all disrespected George Pickens. I think he's only because he's a Cowboy. You disrespecting him, maybe. He might got.
No, I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just saying what I think it is. As far as him being a number 1 receiver, he had 800 yards last year. The year before that, his big year, he had 1,100.
That's not his fault, man.
And the year before that, he had 900.
Yeah,
how you number 1
Justin
receiver?
Justin Fields played games with 80 passing yards. That's not his fault. Like fucking
the receiver.
No, because they always fucking passed the ball. Nigga had fucking 13 passes for 80 yards. Like that's not his fault.
That's because the receivers couldn't get open, and that's him. That's him being the number 1, being the main target
by throwing the ball 13 times.
Yeah, we can't throw it because these dudes don't get open.
No, because that's not their identity, dog. What's their identity? They ain't trust old ass Russ, and they ain't like Russ over under was like 175 every game. Like he did he had the lowest over under for quarterbacks. Like on betting wise, I used to bet his over all the time because this shit was always the lowest. Like him and Bryce Young, that shit was so low because they know that the fucking Steelers ain't gonna fucking throw the ball.
So are you taking the over or under 1,000 yards for George Pickens this year?
Over. He got a deck. He going over 1,000 yards.
I'm taking under.
Shit, bet me on it. Bet me on it right now. Shit. Chat, you hear that, chat? Bet me on it right now, chat. Bet me on it right now. Shit.
Over or under 5 touchdowns.
Over 5 touchdowns. Come on, yo. You disrespectful.
That'll be his career high. So you saying he gonna have career highs? It'll be his career high.
Yes. He got somebody throwing a ball like
this is contract year 2. He might get that because this is contract year.
Over 5. Yo, save this because I need like the end of the season. That shit gonna be by Thanksgiving. He gonna have that shit.
I take the over him getting suspended or something.
He gonna get 5 touchdowns by fucking Thanksgiving. I bet you on that.
Well, bet on that. I bet on that 5 touchdowns by Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and 1,000 yards. Bet 2 different bets for the season.
Okay.
Because you said under 1,000 yards for the season.
You want to bet $50?
Yeah.
I'm using on Underdog. I'm playing on Underdog Fantasy.
I'm gonna buy Bitcoin.
So you're saying career highs in catches, yards, and touchdowns.
No, I don't know. I don't know catches. I'm saying he's gonna have more than 5 touchdowns and more than 1,000 yards. That's what I'm saying.
His career high is 63 catches in the season. I don't
know about catches. I don't know. I'm listen.
Yards is 1,140.
He gonna get
that's career high.
But I'm saying he gonna get over 5 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards for sure.
So that's career high in touchdowns. His career high in yards is 1,140.
I'm not saying over that. I'm saying over 1,000 yards. It could be 1,001. It's over 1,000.
That don't make you a number 1. Not with 17 games.
I ain't saying he'll make you a number 1. I'm just saying he's gonna have over 1,000 yards and over 5 touchdowns.
I don't see it.
He gonna have over 5 touchdowns by Thanksgiving. I wish I could bet that right now. If I could bet that right now, I would.
He's an overrated pickup.
Shit, that's a great pickup. I ain't gonna lie. They needed that.
Cooper was
exactly what they needed. Yeah, at the time, but it wasn't a bad pickup right now. And what they got from like a 5th round pick or some shit. Like this is still shit.
He's overrated.
This is still
overrated.
This one of Cowboys' best off seasons.
Think so?
They got Joe Milton for the low, and they got him for
And
the
they
low.
got Miles Sanders.
No,
They got our
that
scraps.
don't mean nothing. He ain't about to. He a bitch.
I
Ever
am.
since that Super Bowl, dog, and niggas went out of bounds and shit, he was scared to get touched. I'm like, oh no.
Mhm.
That was crazy because all season, my man Shell, he was telling me like, yo, we need a big back. Like, he be scared to get contact. I'm like, no, he cool. Like, look at him. I'll be sending him all the highlights and shit. If he breaking yards, Super Bowl came. It was literally what he was talking about. I'm like,
Yeah. And he
that
fumbled.
boy was like, yeah, that boy was out there scared. I don't know the nerves. He ain't get the DS before the game. Really got the DS before the game, ran for like 200.
Let me see. George Pickens. I got him
Oh,
for
man.
under 1,000 yards, under 5 touchdowns, under 50 catches. I'm betting under on everything. Under on everything.
about
They
to
gonna feed you
lose.
CD.
Yeah,
They
of
gonna feed you
course.
CD.
Get both for the ball, man. But listen,
Man,
dog.
that's all I got.
This past week, man. Shout out to everybody who donated to the Eagles Autism Run, man. It was a great time. It was a great turnout. They broke the record in participants. They broke the record in money raised. So shout out to all the people that donated to the Eagles Autism Challenge. It was a great turnout. All the players, coaches, the staff was all in the mix, mingling with the people, showing they love. It was a great time, man. So shout out to all the people that made their donations. I feel good, man. I'm making a difference out here.
Let's go, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Autism awareness, man. I wish I could have been there.
Mhm.
Let me see.
What's up, man? We signing out.
We signing out. Peace.